Welcome back to Wreckfest. You join us today as we continue on in the World Masters division. This is the final championship to do in the career mode, and today we're looking at a race tournament of destruction. 8 races, and we've got 4 cars for them 8 races, so 2 races each, all A class. Hopefully we can set some new track records today. That's the aim, but also we need some points as we only have 200 so far out of the amount we need to win the championship. So first race is Big Valley Speedway in at Oval. The track record is set by the TriStar, and it's a C-Class 17.376, and we're using a Roadslayer A-Class 235 rated. Hopefully this should be an easy new track record for the Roadslayer. You'd think if the TriStar set the time, the Roadslayer should be able to smash it. Hopefully we can get a win to start us off as well, but let's see what happens. Lights are going out now, and we are off. 13th position to start, 12 laps around the inner oval. Seems fairly simple actually, the inner oval. It's quite a nice easy race to do, but as the laps go on and more cars get destroyed, more debris on the track, the harder this will be. But to start sliding the car around nicely, the car feels really good. The Roadslayer is very good at this track, it seems. It's really holding its line nicely, trying to stick to the inside where possible, not going too wide, although there are occasions we have to. But taking up second position quite nicely now, following first position. And not really where that catches them to just yet, but they make a mistake on the corner, we catch them, and a couple of bumps later we take the lead. We have got suspension damage though, although we are already on the 3rd lap. These laps will go very quickly. That is the big thing, but we've got to be careful of debris coming up and cars that we're now lapping as well. A bit of damage was to be expected. We've now got to minimise that as much as possible and make sure we make no more mistakes. Car crashed into the wall ahead of us there. There's a couple of cars crashed. We're still going. Lap number 4 now. Another couple of cars on the outside there have crashed. And now this is where it gets dodgy. We've got to be a bit careful. Overtaking the car there and lapping them. End of the lap. Oh, that was close. End of lap 4, start of lap 5, and we nearly had a major issue there as we cars crash ahead of us there. I really thought that car was coming across straight on our line, and we would have had no way to move in time, I don't think, for that one, so we got lucky there. Now we're going to slice our way through the debris as we cross the line for the start of lap number 6 and the halfway point of the race. Decent gaps to the cars behind, so it is a case of just keep going, keep doing as we are, and watch out for these cars out everywhere. No, I knew that was going to happen. We did wreck the car in the end. We keep going. A bit more damage though, unfortunately. There was no time to move out of its way. Again, we wreck a second car, but that's quite severe damage for us now on lap number 7. We do manage to keep going, but it's one of those, you can't get out of the way of them sometimes. So you've got to take the damage and hope it's not enough to wreck you or damage you enough that you can keep going. Again, we've done the bonus target of wrecking 3 cars. That's brilliant. We've now lost the wheel on lap number 8. That's frustrating. I thought we had this in the bag. We were laughing in first position, overtaking cars left, right and centre, but it was the cars that you've got no control over, as we're going to go down the second position now on lap number 8. 4 laps to go. We should still finish this. I think we can still finish the race. That tyre on the right hand side isn't too bad because all left hand turns, so there is a chance we can do this. Another car trying to overtake us from behind there. They end up crashing. Another car trying to overtake us on the outside. It doesn't quite manage it. Oh, he does in the end. So we're down to 3rd position now. Down to 4th position as another car overtakes us. A bit more damage done to the engine there. Lap number 9. 3 laps to go. I think we can finish this. And actually, there's only us and 3 other cars in the race. Everyone else is wrecked. So if the cars ahead of us wreck, we can still win this. We're just going to hope they do. But this wheel missing on the right hand side, all it's really doing is on the corner, it's dragging us out wide. That's the only real problem. If we have to really slow down for the corner to keep to the inside where we need to be. But we're slicing our way through the debris, doing pretty well. 10 laps down. Make that lap number 11 starting now. So 2 laps to go. 4th position. Only 4 cars left on track. Unless we make a silly mistake, we're going only 44 miles an hour. A bit more speed now. 60 miles an hour there, but kind of costs us a little bit as we hit the wall. We're doing roughly between 40 and 50 miles an hour. We should be okay slicing through the debris. As long as I'm not silly with this, we should be okay. And we're now on the final lap of the race. We should finish this easily. This is ours to finish. 4th position though. Caveman Mike is the winner. I was hoping the cars ahead of us would crash out, but it doesn't seem like they have. I know one has. We're now in the third. We gained a position as the car ahead crashed out. Final bend, run for the line, and this should be a very safe. No, trying to miss the car there, kind of messed it up. Come on, get to the end. This should be a very safe third position, and we set a new track record of 16.803 as well. Third position, not a bad way to start this tournament. We should have done better, admittedly, but third position, it's something. Race number 2 now is at Crash Canyon main circuit. Track record is set by the Dominator B class of 35.210, and we're going to be using the Boomer RS A class 240 rated. Now, we should again beat the track record easily, considering the difference between the Dominator in B class and the Boomer RS and A class. And the Boomer is quite a good car, but Crash Canyon isn't the easiest track to survive. So we're going to hope we can survive this and actually get a decent finish. Let's see how we get on. This is not going to be easy. I'm envisaging bad things happening. I don't think we're going to make the full 12 laps. That's my prediction. We won't make the full 12. We shall see. Going off in 12th position. Going for the outside on the first corner. Mainly to try and stay out of trouble, if anything. Rounding the bend. Just trying to stay away from the other cars at the minute while they're all arguing amongst themselves. Gained a few positions. Up to 7th position. 6th position now. We're getting very wayward on the exit there. Couldn't quite control the car. Going over on the hill, just couldn't quite keep the car going. In the end, managed to save it, but back down to 12th again. But we're going around the outside now, once again, trying to stay out of trouble. Cars are hitting us as we're trying to stay out of trouble. But we do get away with it. 8th position now, as we take the coming towards the straight for the end of lap number 1. But we were really outsourced. The other cars hitting us there stopped us really losing control. So they really saved us. So we start lap number 2, but we've been rolled over. That car hit us with some force and has done a really good job on us as we try and spin it round, but another car comes straight at us as we spin the car round. We're in 14th position as it stands. That wasn't what we wanted. I don't know how that car hit us so hard to roll us like that. It just caught us at the right angle, I think. The problem we're having, though you may have noticed, is out in the corners we're having issues with acceleration. No! Why was a car sat there on the racing line? So that's a did not finish. We set a lap time of 45.307. It's not enough to beat the track record. That was poor. Race number 3 now is Big Valley Speedway Figure 8 layout. The Rammer RS B class has the record of 24.637, and we're using the Rocket A class 256 rated. Again, I would expect us to do really well against the record lap time, but you never know in these. As we've already proven in the last race, a car can be in your way and you've got no way to react. I'm annoyed at the last race, so we need to make up for that in this one. The Rocket, one of the first cars we ever used. Well, I would say one of our fastest cars, to be fair. So let's see how we get on. 13th position as we start. And this is the figure of 8. So there is going to be a crossover point that we have to be very careful of. We're already up to 7th position already. Right-hander now, taking it nicely, trying to sit to the inside. And we're going to get away with first position. Now, if we can keep this and stay ahead, this will keep us out of trouble massively. And this may help. The crossover, though, will be the problem. The left-hander here, weren't quite sure how this left-hander was going to work. It was a pretty awkward turn there, to be fair. But we're going to start lap number 2, and again, a little bit awkward on the right-hander. Should have done better there. Now being challenged from behind, which is what we're trying to avoid. I wanted to get away and stay away. It's not really happening because we're forced into a wall a little bit there. And there's cars coming. This is what I didn't want. The crossover point was the problem. And we do take some damage. But we get away in 4th position. That's not too bad. But again, losing the car on exit. Trying to accelerate a little bit too much and the car doesn't quite like it. And then messing up the left-hander here. Got to watch out for the crossover now. I think we get away with it there. And we start lap number 3. Now, we are in 4th position. There are cars ahead. We're just got to not really worry about the cars ahead and just focus on this crossover and make sure we're hitting the corners correctly. As I say, no. Oh, again, couldn't get out of the way as they're moving around. We're up to 3rd position now after they crashed. But there's no way of moving out of their way when they're coming at you like that. Left-hander. We're going to end lap number 3. If we can Yep, we didn't make the crossover. End of lap number 3, start of lap number 4. Challenging for second place now as we force them wide. And we do take second place. The big thing here is staying out of trouble and that crossover. That's the big thing here. Cross the crossover, nice and easy. Left-hander here. We may take first again. Nudging him a little bit there. We are in first position. We're so slowly getting the hang of these corners. And also the acceleration of the rocket out of them. We've been challenged for first position again though. And, oh, second place got wiped out there on the crossover. We narrowly avoided it. And we're into second place. 5 laps are in now as well. Nearly halfway stage as we try and spin the car in first position. Didn't quite manage to do it. But we do take the inside for the next corner and gain first position. The car behind us challenged as well. And they've actually taken the lead as they come roaring past us. And we mess up the corner once again. And we're going to drop down now to 4th position and hit the concrete. That wasn't all 100% our fault there, but we're in big trouble. There's not much left. We're a touch or two away from being wrecked here. Just caught the wall as we were challenged there and kind of got into the barrier. That spun us round. Other cars hit us. We're doomed. We are doomed. Something touches us, we're out. Or we touch something else, then we're out. And that's the thing. It's so easily done. But we're in 6th position, we're still going, and we're not anymore. We are now wrecked. And we set a lap time of 26.638, which is actually worse than the track record. Unfortunately, no record for us today. Another did not finish. Race number 4 now, Deathloop main circuit. There is no lap time set for this. I don't quite know why. I know we've done this in other races, but there must be a reason we haven't set a lap time. Maybe a borrowed car. But we're going to be driving the Rammer RS A-Class 279 rated. This is the 4 for 4 cars now. Halfway point, and we've got 1 finish and 2 did not finishes. So today, we need another one. We need a finish here. We need something good from the Rammer RS. I'm expecting good things. Starting in 13th position, off we go. We just want to stay out of trouble as much as possible here. Right-hander going up the inside, trying to stay away from everyone else if possible. And we somehow avoid most people until a car comes across there. There's a little bit of damage, but we are away in 2nd position. Over the jump, left-hander now, braking nicely, going up the inside and taking 1st position. I've been a bit slow there, but it doesn't matter as long as we make the corner. And we're heading for the loop as we go round. Now my concern is with the loop, other cars when they crash out may be in the way and we're not going to know they're there till it's too late. That's the concern with this race. That loop can be so dangerous if other cars have crashed in it. Plus you've got this crossover point here at the end of the lap as well. We just make it through. 1 lap down, 11 to go, and we're in 1st position so far. Whatever lap time we set here as well will be the new record, track record and also A-Class record as we've got no time set. So the Rammer RS due to obtain 2 records today. Hopefully a 1st position to go with them will be nice, but we'll see how we go. Underneath the cars are going over the jump now, and we're back in the loop. Taking it nicely. I do like the loop. I really do like it. Up to the left-hander now. Oh, got caught out there by a bit of debris, but I think we're okay. Again, this is a dodgy bit, the crossover. We can't quite make it to where the jump point is. That would have been handy. But lap number 2 is out the way. Lap number 3 now. And once again, we're on the run for the jumps. No cars. There's not very little debris around at the minute, which is good. My concern is it's all in the loop. Left-hander now on lap number 3. And we're going to head for the loop next. This is where it could start getting tricky. I can see a bit of debris inside already. We need to be careful of that. We're sticking to the left-hand side. And we come round. And nicely out. Again, car in the way. Debris waiting for us and no way of seeing it, and then hit on the crossover as well. We're still going, we're okay, but that's a lot of damage. No way we could have avoided it. We couldn't see the car on the loop that was there in our way either. And yeah, the crossover, you're going to take a damage if you're not careful. Nothing we could have done. We're going to end lap number 3 and start lap number 4 though. We're still in 1st position somehow. Don't quite know how we're still there, but we are as we mess up the corner. This car is struggling to drive, and it is down to the damage as we struggled at that corner there. Over the jumps, make the jump for the left-hander though. We've got to start braking a little bit earlier because our brakes aren't looking very good, along with the rest of the car to be fair. But up the loop again, looking for debris, trying to stick to the left-hand side. Stay away from any damaged cars that are there. There we go. Can we make the crossover? Yep, all safe this time. Left-hander, still in first position. I think that's a lap car we're going past there. So stay out of their way. Don't need to do anything with them. Just trying to stay out of their way, really. End of lap number 4, start of lap number 5. And we're in first position still. Although we took some damage and some pretty heavy damage, we're doing pretty well. All we're going to do is keep this going. As I say, the loop-to-loop is the concern, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But we're not at the halfway point in the race yet. Round the left-hander, now run for the loop-to-loop. Cars coming over that jump, not quite making a full jump. That's something to be aware of as well, as there's more debris now in the loop-to-loop as we just saw. Sticking to the left-hand side and trying to avoid them. 2 cars together here. Oh, I'm not too sure what we kind of caught there, but that kind of messed us up. More damage done. Well, we get away with it just about. I don't quite know what happened. We tried to split the 2 cars and go between them, as there was no other way of turning at that point to avoid them. And I don't know. We kind of launched ourselves, but we start lap number 6, the halfway point of the race. We're still in first position. We have got critical damage. We need to be very careful, but we're still in the lead, and that's the important part. Left-hander now before we run for the loop-to-loop. Taking it nicely. Getting the back end to kick out a little bit. Right, this is where we've got to be careful. Cars coming at us, although no cars. We're going to miss the loop-to-loop this time. Take the safe option. We're going to the low side to see what this is like. And a couple of crash cars there make us go pretty slowly. And then a couple more here as well that we go between. But actually, avoid the loop-to-loop wasn't too bad. It's probably going to be a slower time. But I just wanted to see, make sure we've done it at least once in this race. Start of lap number 7, and we are doing pretty well here. The Ram RS really holding its own. Again, there is some damage, but as long as we manage that and stay away from trouble, I think we're in a big chance here of winning this. And it'll be our first win of the tournament. We need to finish, admittedly, because so far we've only finished 1 race out of 3. So we'd like a finish on our 4th race of the 8. Over the loop-to-loop, again, got to be careful of debris coming up. No! Caught the right-hand corner on the debris on the loop-to-loop, and we are wrecked. We do set a record, as it's a new record, of 40.518. But annoyingly, another non-finish in 4 races. 1 finish, 3 non-finishes in 4. Race number 5 now at Bonebreaker Valley main circuit. We have a track record set by Killer B. B rated 32.963, and we're in the Rammer RS A class 279 rated. Again, I would expect us to beat the track record here, but Bonebreaker Valley is not a fun circuit. It can be really tricky, especially on long races. This Tournament of Destruction is definitely well named, I think, because there is so much destruction, especially on realistic damage and the hardest difficulty. We're not finishing many of these races, and that's not good points wise. But we're off and away on lap number 1. We're looking for the left-hander here, taking some damage as we shunt the car forward, but we're just going to try and stay out of the way of everyone else, and we're going to get away in a 4th position here. Over the jump, trying to stick to the right, trying to avoid the cars coming across, but couldn't quite avoid that one. We're up to 2nd position though already on lap number 1. You can see the green car ahead of us is in 1st. No, we dropped down to 4th. The laps on the positioning on the track on this can be so difficult because so many different routes to take. As you can see, we've taken some serious damage there. I think we hit a dead car and that caused us massive amounts of damage. And again, we're just not being able to avoid any of this debris. We're in a bit of trouble damage wise. The car is not responding the way it should be. It's really tricky to drive, and I don't think we're going to finish this one. Again, another little tap there, another car going out of control. We are in 1st position. Amazingly, we've taken the lead of the race on lap number 2. But yeah, I'm not. If we finish this will be a miracle. It really would, because I just can't see it. It is not happening. Oh, another big crash into a car there. We are so close to being out. Critical damage. We're going to finish lap number 2 and start lap number 3 at least in 4th position as it stands. No, for a 3rd position, we take a place there. But we are so critical damage. We are dead within a hit or 2. Let's just see if we can make it through this bit. Can we finish lap number 3 while we're this badly damaged? That's the big question now. In 2nd position as well. So we're doing well in the race. It's not damage wise. It's going to be this jump that's going to be telling us any debris in front of us, we're done. And we survived the 1st hit, but not the 2nd. and it did not finish, unfortunately. We set a record of 36.226. It's not enough to beat the track record set by Killer B. In fact, it's quite a poor lap time, to be fair. Race number 6 now, Big Valley Speedway, Outer Oval Loop. Track record is set by the Roadslayer when it was a B class, and it's 54.130. We're racing as the Rocket, A class 256 rated, and again, I would expect us to set a new record here. This should be easily done. Another oval. The Rocket does enjoy an oval, to be fair. We have been pretty successful previously, but this one isn't a normal oval. There is an issue with this one, and it's in the corners. Now, this one you have to come back on yourself after you do the corner, and that's where the problem's going to lie. But also the corners themselves are very tight and small, and yeah, this is going to be interesting. 7th position as it stands on lap number 1 as we try and make the corner. Being hit by everyone else, being forced wide, but I think we're going to get away. Car ahead of us is just blocking everyone. We're getting hit left, right and centre. We've been turned into the barrier. We're dropping positions, but ignore the positions for the minute. This is survival at this point. And we have survived. Very minimal damage. I don't know how I've managed to get away with the least amount of damage there. But, although we're in 23rd or 24th, that's not a bad thing. We survived the first corner, and that was my big concern. Now we need to catch up and get past some of these cars on the straight to then avoid them in the corner. We need to get as far ahead of some of these as possible. Bit of damage there as we hit a couple of cars as we approach them. Probably should have done better there, to be fair, to avoid them. But we're slicing our way through the traffic. Bit of debris in front of us here on the corner. Couldn't avoid that too much. And that's big damage now. We're just surviving. This damage isn't the end of the world. But I prefer to have a very little if possible. Now we've got to watch out for any cars that are miles ahead of us here coming towards us. Because if one hit is going to be a head-on collision, we could be in trouble. So avoid any cars coming towards us. We are going to finish lap number 1 in 14th position. There's a car. See what happens. Oh no. Went to avoid the car coming towards us. I hit another car, but we went into the wall. We set a track time of a lap time of 1.22.706. Over a minute, which is horrendous. No record for the Rocket today. Penultimate race now, race number 7, Dirt Devil Stadium, Dirt Speedway. Track record is set by Killer B, S, B rated, 33.764. But also we have an A class record to beat, which is set by the Rammer RS, A class, 35.110. We're driving the Boomer RS, A class, 240 rated. So the Boomer RS potentially here can have 2 new records, an A class record and a track record. We're aiming for both. And we're already off and running. This is going to be hopefully a winning race for us here. We know the track pretty well. This is one of the easiest tracks that we know, to be fair. We've been fairly successful here in the past. Come on, let's get this one done. Let's get a win at last. Or even a finish would be nice at this point. Slicing through the traffic, we are in 2nd position as it stands. Although first is a bit wayward there as they crash out and give us 1st position on lap number 1. Now it's a case of get away and stay away while avoiding debris. That's the big thing here. Overcooking that corner a little bit. This car can be a little bit tricky to drive on the corners if you're accelerating a little bit too hard. As you'll see the back end flick out. It's controlling that as we drift around the corner. We're on lap number 2 in 1st position, taking the jumps pretty nicely, minimising where we're landing, making sure we know where it's going to be so we can control the landing pretty well. We're going to stick to the right hand side here, which will be down and round and over. Bit of debris on the track now, as you can see. We're jumping a car there, and that keeps us 1st position on the end of lap number 2. Little jump over the car. That was quite nice. I was concerned I was going to catch him at the wrong point and then flip us over, but he didn't. Lap number 3 now, and we are flying at this point. Just got to keep this going. Watch out for debris everywhere. Let's keep this on the straight and narrow, and we are laughing. Over the jumps, pretty nicely there. Crash car ahead. We're doing a wrecking him. But we also take damage ourselves, pretty heavy damage to the engine. You can see we're misfiring as well now because of it. Just didn't see him until the last moment. That's the problem with any jump. You cannot always see what's the other side of that jump until the last minute, and you can't readjust at that point. So we're going to end lap number 3 and start lap number 4. We are still in 1st position, so we're still doing okay in that sense. But we've got some severe damage, the misfiring, the engine. We've got no real speed left. Let's see how fast we can go with the jumps here. 64. dropping down to 60, down to 50s for the corner. Yeah, we are lacking speed now, which does give the cars behind us a bit more of an advantage, but I'm hoping they're all in a pack, because if they are, that helps us. Another jump over a car, a bit of a poor landing there as we land on the corner, on the kind of section between. Managed to control it in the end. We're going to finish lap number 4 in first position, and we've kept this first position for quite a while now. I'm hoping this is a sign of good things. Lap number 5, nearly the halfway point of the race, and so far so good for us. Not sure what that car's doing there, but we avoid them. There's a lot more debris on the track to watch out for now, so I'm staying on this left hand side because all the debris is generally on the right hand side there. Left-hander, and taking that pretty nicely. We're going to stick to what we've said. We'll stay to the right hand side, the up and down and over. Hopefully another quick jump over a car. Can't see debris. No, we're all clear, and we're off and running as we end lap number 5 and start number 6. So at this point it's all about trying to set lap records. I think trying to get better lap times each time. Downside is we are heavily damaged, so our lap time is going to be affected because we have got severe engine damage. Ghosted car then came back the same. That's weird, but halfway point, lap number 6, we're in first position and we are laughing all the way to the bank at this point. Just got to stay out of trouble. Sticking to the right hand side once again, which is the down and round and up. Taking that pretty nicely. Any debris on exit? Can't see. I think we're okay. Yep, all good. For some reason I didn't even notice what was going on. No, we're finishing lap number 6 in first position, and we are flying at this point. These are still pretty quick laps considering how damaged we are, but the debris is building. Forced to go to the right hand side here, not what I wanted to do because the most of the debris seems to be on this right hand side. We were forced by the cars blocking our route. Bit of a touch back there, but that wasn't too bad. Left hander, again, stick to what we know, stick to what we've been doing well. Right hander now, up and over. Or down and up, maybe, I don't know. Again, poor landing as we land on the corner, but not really taking any damage. And that is the end of lap number 7. Oh, trying to take the corner too tight, and I messed myself up there as we hit the concrete barrier. And we've lost the wheel. I cannot believe I messed this up. We were in first position for 7 laps. We were flying, we were laughing. Yes, we had some damage. It wasn't that bad. And instead, trying to take the corner a bit too tight, and hit the flag barrier, and it has destroyed us. There's only 3 cars, including ourselves, 2 cars, including ourselves, left in this race. But we're missing a wheel. But it doesn't seem to be affecting us too badly on lap number 8. Just, it's the corners at the bottom. They are quite long, fast corners, that's the thing. But over the jumps pretty nicely. Where's his first position? Because if there's a chance, we'll either try and wreck him, or wreck ourselves on him. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Left hand side now. I know we said we wouldn't do this route, but we're going to give it a go at some point. And first position is down there. Okay, so first is stuck. We're going to try understick him and try and wreck him. That's my thinking. If we can wreck this car, then that gives us first. And if we get wrecked, I think we still get the first position. I think. It won't show up in our standings at the end of the race, but I'm pretty sure we'll get points for first, even if we're wrecked, as long as we are first and the last person to be wrecked. So we're going to try and push this guy as much as possible. Got some decent damage on him. Bonuses now are helping as well, because we haven't really focused on the bonuses too much. Reverse it. We're doing a little bit of damage at a time. It's not enough though, is it? Oh no! We messed up. We hit a car ahead of us and wrecked ourselves. We do set a time of 34.861. Not good enough for the track record, but good enough for a new A-class record, beating the Rammer RS's time. So a new A-class record set by the Boomer RS there. Race number 8, the final race of the tournament. We are at Big Valley Speedway, Outer Oval. We have a lap time and a record set by the Roadslayer B-Class, 21.642. And we're using the Roadslayer A-Class 235, the only car in the whole tournament to finish a race. And the Roadslayer is trying to beat its own track record, set a new A-Class record at the same time. So can it beat its own time? Can it actually finish a race? As it's the only car that has done so far. Let's hope it can this time, because we need something here. These are going to be quick, fast 12 laps, but we've got to watch out for debris, as always, on these. So it's making our way through the traffic, trying to get ahead. We want that first position early, and we want to stay away. The ovals are pretty quick and easy. It's just debris, that's the problem. And watching other cars completely out of control, when there's nothing you can do to avoid them, is the problem. But these 12 laps, hopefully, we can finish in a decent position. Already starting at lap number 2 in 3rd position, which means we've gone up by about 10 positions from the start line. We are in 1st position now, though. We take the corner really nicely. The other 2 cars were squabbling between themselves, to be fair. So that meant we had a free run at 1st position. And we are flying. We are absolutely flying now in 1st position. Come on. Let's finish the 2nd race of 8 in the tournament. Lap number 3, as we set our best lap so far. And again, just got to keep doing the same. Get the back end and flick out a little bit on the ovals, and just pedal to the metal on the straights. Watch out for debris around us. As this race gets around lap 6, 7, debris is going to be a problem. So we need to be aware of that and ready for that as well. And we're just going to keep going. For lap number 4, lap number 3, another best lap set by ourselves. Lap number 4, we're 3rd of the way through the race now, and we are still in 1st position. In fact, we're not seeing many cars around either. They seem to be either travelling at our speed and then the opposite bit of the track to us, or they're all crashed out. There's not much debris on the track, so I don't think they've crashed out. Lap number 5 now, and there's a car ahead of us here and some debris. Got to watch out for all that. Got a little bit caught there, but we do get away with it. Okay, so that's a big crash there. Lots of cars are out. We need to be wary of that as we keep going here. The car ahead of us is giving something to aim towards as well. On top of like a lap time record. No! I didn't see him there. I don't know why he stopped. We've destroyed him though. I didn't see him to the last minute. We didn't take too much damage though, to be fair, which was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. We saw ahead of us and it's on these in front of us. I don't know. I missed something there. Lap number 6, though, halfway through the race, and we're in 1st position and flying. Just got to keep this up now. We're doing really well. As I say, when you've got a car ahead of you like that, it's something to chase. I find that easier than just doing lap time after lap time. But, obviously, chasing cars is all well and good, but you'll be careful of damaging yourself too much. But I think we're doing okay. At the end of lap number 7, at the start of lap number 8, we are 2/3 of the race done. 1st position, 4 laps to go. Come on. We need another finish in this tournament. We've got 1 finish in 7 races so far. And that only race we finished was set by the Roadslayer itself. The car we're in now. So we've got to try and finish this one as well, just to add to it. Another car wreck, that's a bonus added to for us. And wow, okay. We're finishing lap number 8. Starting lap number 9, there was only us and 1 other car left in the race. That's it. 1 other car. I don't know where they are either. But hopefully we must fly home now. The debris, a big patch of debris there, back there, is a hindrance, but we know it's there. So we've got to just make sure we take the route correctly, take the corner well, and finish this off. Lap number 10, not far to go now. Debris coming up. Stick to the left. Try and avoid any silly errors here. Come on. Yes, nicely done. And that's the girl that's been trying to catch us, I think, there. Left-handed now. End of lap number 10 coming up. We are on the home straight. And we're the only car left in the race. Every car now is out, bar us. So no silly business. No! Took the corner too quickly. Just too quick. Which was silly there. We know we're the only car left in the race. We don't need to worry about things like that. Ah, that driver. Cannot believe we made a mistake. Anyway, I'm blaming someone else by myself. End of lap number 11 and start of the final lap of the race. Can we finish this and have 2 finishes with the same car in 8 races? Come on. No. Massive nudge there. I thought we avoided them, to be fair. That was a miscalculation of gap, really, for myself. We've got some damage, but we're okay. The car will finish. Come on. There's 12 laps down. We've got to finish this now. So close. Come on. We've done it. We won. 2nd finish out of 8 races. We set a new track record as well with a 21.060, beating our old time as a B-class rated car. So Roadslayer now takes the record for A-class and the track record as well. Pretty happy with that. That went well. Why is the Roadslayer the only car that can finish a race? That's the big one, isn't it? I don't know why that is, but it is. Okay, now the important part. What do we gain? We've been in final position and is fourth. 4 of 16 bonus targets, which is not brilliant. One quarter. 386 points out of 800. That will give us a total points towards a target of 3,600 of 586. It's tough. It's not going well. But join us next time as we continue on in the World Masters and hopefully finish some more races and gain some more points. But thank you very much for watching. We'll see you soon.